morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
The Adventures, weekends at 6 and 11 on News Channel 6.
A wet week is coming up ahead, and what that means for your Memorial Day, well, I'll have everything you need to know.
Well, school is out, and Augusta kicked off the summer in style. Food, music, and big smiles at a block party that's been bringing the community together for decades. Your News at 11 starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. Kim has the evening off. Our coverage you can count on begins with a bomb scare at a popular Augusta restaurant. Deputies responded to Olive Garden on Cabela Drive tonight after a bomb threat. The building was evacuated. K-9 units swept the area. It was cleared safe. Detectives are now working to track down whoever made that threat. New developments in Saturday night shooting at Bon Air Apartments. Deputies are searching for 61-year-old Danny Fitzgerald Luke. He's wanted for aggravated assault after the shooting at the apartment complex. Investigators say he's considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, call the sheriff's office. A pedestrian is dead after a hit and run early this morning. The victim, identified as 23-year-old Xavier Wimberly from Hepzibah. Investigators say it happened at around 3 a.m. on Deansbridge Road near Suss Lounge. The driver and car found about a half a mile from the scene. An autopsy is scheduled. JR's annual End of the School Block Party back at the Augusta Common. For more than 30 years, JR Rouse has hosted the event to kick off the summer. There's live music and flavors for the kids and free food and drinks. Teddy, Hazel, and his family goes every year. They're from Augusta. He says they love seeing the community come out together and celebrate the start of the summer.
I like that it's in Augusta Commons, so you have a lot more kids.
Day weekend kicks off the summer full of events from Augusta Parks and Rec. Heads up, Allendale High School parents, graduation is moving back to Tiger Stadium. The ceremony is still set for the 30th at 7 p.m. Leaders say the move comes after talks with law enforcement. Everyone will be screened with metal detectors and must stay seated. If weather is bad, then graduation will move indoors to the elementary school gym. The event will be live streamed on YouTube and Facebook. Lane closures are coming to I-20 in Aiken County. Starting Tuesday, SCDOT will close parts of east and westbound lanes between mile marker 40 and 43, and the work is expected to last through the end of May. Time for a quick check of our forecast. Meteorologist Avery Gray joins us now. Avery, good evening.
Good evening, Sean. Currently, we're on our live 5x6 Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over the Hartsville-Jackson International Airport. You can see that it is wet on the ground there. They do have some storms popping up, but here in the CSRA, we are very clear for right now. We'll start to see that rain come in the early morning hours, but over there in Atlanta, you can see that lightning and the storm that they have going on right there. So here is the look at what's going on over the southeast right now. You can see this low pressure system attached to that cold front, and that stationary front is bringing all kinds of storms across that Mississippi, Alabama into Georgia right now. Around the CSRA, our temperatures are in the mid-60s for our northern counties, but warming down to the low 70s for our southern line counties, and our feels like are just about right there as that heat source has gone down, the sun has gone down. So wind gusts across the CSRA, we are feeling that breeze coming in from the the southeast. So taking a look at our Memorial Day Lake Day forecast, by 9 a.m. we'll start off our day at 71 degrees, but by 12 p.m. we'll be at 79, and at 5 we'll start to see those chances for rain coming in at 81, cooling down to 75 by 8 p.m. And your look ahead for the next 3 days, tomorrow we have those chances for scattered storms, but Tuesday is going to be our big rainmaker at coming in at 80% for rain, and then cooling down to 78. So very enjoyable, even though it will be rainy, and rain will continue on Wednesday as well. Back to you, Sean.
All right, we'll check in with you soon, Avery. Thank you. If you're headed to North Augusta's Memorial Day celebration, the location has changed. Due to possible rain on the 26th, the ceremony will now be held indoors at Post 71. It's located at 333 East Spring Grove Avenue, and the time stays the same at 11 a.m. Also at 11 a.m. Monday, there will be another Memorial Day observance at the Aiken County Veterans Park at Richland Avenue East in Aiken, and that will be presented by the Aiken County Veterans Council. Memorial Day weekend marks the starting of boating season, which means a lot of folks will be on the water for the next few weeks. Graham Lee spoke with the Georgia Department of Natural Resources about how you can stay safe.
Scott Keel spent most of his Friday morning out on the lake fishing. He knows the water, but he also knows things can happen if you aren't careful.
I've been in Augusta all my life, been brought up literally on this lake, and there's been a lot of tragedies out there. I've been here, witnessed some, and safety, most of them could be avoided with just safety.
That's why the Georgia DNR has been increasing their presence on the water in recent years to ensure public safety. They decreased from 30 to 15 BUI arrests last year, but it's still a problem they're continuing to address.
For some reason, been an increase with alcohol in youth. Been running into that a lot, and they've also been driving the vessels. So safety is paramount, not only for those individuals partaking in alcohol, but people surrounding them as well. So
another one of the most important tips for swimmers is to wear a life jacket. By law, kids less than 13 years old are required to wear a life jacket when they go to any lake in the Peach State. Bohannon's son Cooper showed us how to put one on and how it should fit.
So with this life jacket here, you can sail all the way around. That it's not going to, once he jumps in the water, it's not going to rise above, and it has the potential to slip off. His buckles are tight, and he's prepared to go in the water. Give him a thumbs up.
Now, Coop, tell me, how does that life jacket feel?
Feels good and safe.
The most important thing to know is just be safe, and while being safe is to have fun.
Plan to come back out here this weekend?
Maybe. I'm going to avoid the crowd.
And I'll do the same thing too. That was Graham Lee reporting for us. With the temperatures on the rise, DNR encourages you to stay hydrated this weekend. If you do plan to drink while on the water, just make sure you have another person on board who is sober and properly licensed. We're honoring veterans on the next edition of Six. Heads up, parents, Publix is recalling its fruit and vegetable baby food. It was sold in 8 states, including Georgia and South Carolina. Federal health officials say 4-ounce Greenwise baby food pouches, pear, kiwi, spinach, and pea have elevated lead levels. Publix issuing a voluntary recall earlier this month, the FDA adding it to its official list on Thursday. Next time on Jenny, from reminders about babies and hot cars to water safety and picking the right sunscreen, we're talking about everything you need to know about keeping the little ones safe in the summer heat. Our baby expert is back. She's Shannon Usher, and she's a certified neonatal occupational therapist specializing in developmental concerns for babies from birth to 1 year. And she's got plenty of advice for parents on keeping babies safe this summer.
The American Academy of Pediatrics doesn't recommend sunscreen on babies less than 6 months just because their skin isn't as thick as it will be as they grow, so they're more susceptible to absorb any chemicals that are added to the sunscreen, as well as you just don't want them in the sun. And sometimes there's this artificial sense of safety because they have sunscreen on. Now a baby can go in the sun.
And you can find out more about summer safety and Shannon's practice, Peaceful Infant. Plus, summer camps are filling up fast. We'll show you how you can get your kids into a musical theater camp in Martinez. It's coming up Tuesday, 12:30 on Jenny.
An active weather pattern has rain in store for Memorial Day. I'll have your future cast after the break.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch.
The CSRA's trusted news source, now on demand. Live by First 6 weather when it matters most. Stream it anytime, anywhere.
Plus, it's totally free. No subscription required.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device.
What's for
The News Channel 6 mobile app is now even better. Download it today. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. We're currently taking a live look in at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over Swainsboro. You can see that our fountain is lit up in red, white, and blue over there, and our flag is not moving much, and that's because there's not much of a wind. And here at home in Augusta, we have that 0 mile per hour wind, so no wind out there. It's 70 degrees, but it feels like 64. So feeling much more enjoyable out there right now. Currently across the CSRA on our Live Viper 6 radar, you can see that this is a bunch of scatter, but we're not seeing much of anything on the radar as of rain for right now. Our winds across the CSRA are definitely feeling not much at all. 0 for here in Augusta, but a slight breeze of 6 miles per hour in Aiken. Taking a look around the CSRA with temperatures, we have a bit of a temperature gradient with 66 on our northwestern counties, but going down to 72 in our southern line counties. So definitely feeling those temperatures across the CSRA, and our dew points are definitely on the muggier side, and that's because we have that increased chance for rain. So again, tomorrow on Monday we'll have that 40% chance, and going up to 80 on Tuesday with our major rain event. But take a look at this. Average total rainfall is 3.05 inches, and currently we have 5.7, so we are definitely in that extra for the rain this month. So what's going to happen this week and on Tuesday is we have a wedge set up where high pressure drives in cooler air from the northeast, and the Appalachian Mountains acts as a barrier, causing that cold air to blanket over the CSRA, and then that cold air is overlaid with hot air, and hot and cold air, when they mix, it causes instability. And our fronts that are going to be coming through here are just like an on switch, basically just pressing the power button to initiate those storms. So taking a look at our severe weather threat for tomorrow, so Monday, in the afternoon to evening hours, you can see that there is that level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for our southwestern lying counties, and the potential hazards along with those will be damaging wind and hail. So just a reminder, we've been talking about these risk categories and what they mean, so just wanted to remind everyone that the marginal risk is not anything to necessarily be worried about. It's just alerting people that we could have the possibility for an isolated severe thunderstorm or two. So taking a look at the futurecast for what's going on in the southeast in the next couple of days, we just have a ton of rain that's going to be coming over us as we have these fronts and stuff. By Monday at 7:30 p.m. you can see that there is some rainfall over the CSRA, and then our fronts are going to continue to make their way into the CSRA throughout the remainder of the week. So we're just looking at a definite washout this week when it comes to rainfall. Our 24-hour total rain totals, we're looking at about an inch here in Augusta, but 1.7 inches in Waynesboro, so we're definitely feeling the effects of the rainfall that's already happened, and we could potentially see up to 1.25 extra inches on top of that. So we're already in that rainfall extra of that 5.7 inches, so we could potentially be looking at around 6 or 7 inches for the month of May. And taking a look at your futurecast for what we can expect here in the CSRA closer to home, Monday by 7:30 a.m., starting to see those storms pop up into the CSRA, but clearing out throughout the afternoon hours, and definitely starting to, they'll definitely initiate after that. So our lows for tonight, we're looking at about 63 degrees as our average, a little bit higher than average with the mid-60s across the board. And for our highs tomorrow, we'll be in 77 in McCormick, so around the cooler side for our northeastern counties, and definitely warmer towards our southwestern counties with 88 for Sandersville, Wrightsville, and Swainsboro. And here's a look at your 10-day forecast. You can see that tomorrow we do have that 40% chance for those scattered showers, and as we go into the week, we will increase those rain chances as that wedge setup continues.
It seems like I may have to build an ark with all of this rain coming.
Oh, I know.
Well, this is pretty cool. So it's not only Memorial Day weekend, but today is also a palindrome date. Yeah, I did not know that. So for folks who,
right.
maybe unfamiliar, that's a word, phrase, or number that reads the same backwards or forwards. And today, date does that. So with Las Vegas being the wedding capital of the world, you can bet it's a busy day filled with nuptials.
It's the same thing backwards, 5/25/25.
Given that I'm the husband, we tend to forget a lot. So 5/25/25 would be easy to remember.
We've been together for 5 years this month, so I decided, the date 5/25/25 for our 5-year anniversary, so it worked out.
So all the fellas, you should not forget that anniversary date. Officials say the chapel says that while Valentine's Day remains the most popular day for weddings, dates like these always draw in the masses. A kindergarten graduation turned emotional, and it stole the show too. We have that story next.
Hey, your wife is hot. Yeah, she is. No, not like that, dummy. I mean, she's literally sweating because your AC is on life support. And if you don't call Cool Ray Mechanical soon, things are going to get uncomfortable. We'll have your AC up and running fast, so the only heat you'll feel is the good kind. Cool Ray Mechanical, your Rate Pro partner, has been keeping homes cool, wives comfortable, and marriages intact since 2006.
For over 51.
Only on News Channel 6. Over the years, thousands of people have gotten their hands on one. And who knows, you could be next. Win your very own Good Morning Augusta coffee mug at WJBF.com/coffee club. Sponsored by Honda Cars of Aiken. Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
It was a Memorial Day to remember for one little girl. Lizzie Davis has the heartwarming reunion.
It was a big day for these students at Herf Elementary School in Boerne, Texas last week. On their way to first grade after graduating from kindergarten. A bit bittersweet for 6-year-old Lorelei Howard, who's been missing her dad all year. Her father, Staff Sergeant Darius Howard, has been deployed since June on a combat mission in the Middle East. And she thought he was still overseas, missing her big day. But little did she know.
She has no idea I'm here, and it's been super hard for me to be able to not run across town and say, Daddy's here, and be able to scoop her up and hold her.
Lorelei Howard. When her name was called to go up, they played this video message from her dad.
I am super excited. I am so glad that you're able to accomplish everything that you do.
And then this 6-year-old received the surprise of her life. Lorelei jumping into her dad's arms. An embrace nearly a year in the making.
It's been a long time coming. Very long time coming.
11 people shot in a South Carolina beach town, and now
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
Welcome to Bluebell, USA. A magical town where ice cream is as beloved as pearls and cannonballs. Because ice cream is the handheld device of choice. Can Bluebell ice cream really make people happy? We think it can. Bluebell, USA, where happy happens. Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you want.
The CFRA's trusted news source, now on demand. Live by First 6 weather when it matters most. Stream it anytime, anywhere.
Plus, it's totally free. No subscription required.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device. Get epic Discounts up to 75% off, from electronics to home decor to everything in between. It's a new deal every week. Just scan the QR code or head to WJBF.com and click on Marketplace to start saving now. The People's Court, weekday mornings at 10 on News Channel 6. Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Hickson Roofing. The Live 5 for 6 mobile app. Download it today. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
The Clemson baseball team was in Durham, North Carolina Sunday afternoon. They were trying to follow in the footsteps of the Clemson softball team, trying to claim an ACC championship. Now, in order to do it, they'd have to get past that 41-win North Carolina Tar Heel squad that was playing close to home in Durham. The winner got an automatic berth to the NCAA tournament, and not only was this not close, it was never close. Tigers fell behind early with North Carolina scoring runs in the first 3 innings, leading 4-0 before heading into a scoreless 4th frame. But the Tar Heels broke it open in the 5th frame, uncorking the bats to the tune of 8 runs. Clemson finally put a pair on in the 7th, but it was too little too late. North Carolina routs Clemson 14-4. They win that automatic bid, while Clemson will wait for Monday's selection show. And it's a winner-take-all Sunday for Georgia and Florida in super regional action in Gainesville. Dogs and Gators split the first 2 games. Decisive game 3 taking place Sunday. First pitch was at 4 p.m. and it was a defensive battle with Florida leading 1-0 heading into the 5th. But the Gators, they uncorked 8 hits, could only muster that 1 run early on, but they end up winning it 5-2, halting Georgia's hopes of the College World Series berth. Another winner-take-all Sunday match, this one between the South Carolina Gamecocks and the UCLA Bruins. Gamecocks won that first game, if you remember, trying to get back to the College World Series, first time since 1997. But UCLA, they weren't having it. Not much in the way of offense for either team, but UCLA able to squeeze out a run in the top of the 1st and 5th innings. Pitching held serve for the held the Gamecocks to just a 3-hitter performance. Bruins tacked on 3 insurance runs in the 7th, and they take the decisive game 3, winning the Super Regional, knocking off South Carolina 5-0, and keeping them from that College World Series dream. Now, while the GHSA is on hiatus as we switch to high school sports this week, we've still got some CSRA schools vying for state titles. Last night we talked about Batesburg-Leesville baseball. They'll be back in Batesburg Tuesday for game 2 with Simmons in the SCHSL Class 2A state title series. Also in GIAA Final 4 baseball action, that's private school. Edmund Burke Academy's baseball season came to an end with Final 4 losses to Southwest Georgia Academy Saturday. Spartans finished with a 19-8 record. Also, Saluda softball starts an SCHSL State Championship Series with East Clarendon Tuesday after beating 96 for the upper state title Friday. And then Westminster Schools of Augusta will play Brookwood for the GIAA Class 3A State Crown Wednesday in Macon at 5 p.m. Now, how about this for a cool story? Atlanta Braves at home against the San Diego Padres Sunday night. Braves lost 5-3, but some solid Augusta flair in this one. Dexter Kelly, you see him there, the Augusta native and Josie High grad, made his umpire debut Sunday night, got in on that call out on second base with authority, and on the other side, Luis Campusano, a Cross Creek product, he was called up by the Padres and played catcher in the same game. So really cool to see that local flair on the national scene. Also, Augusta Green Jackets, they saw their 6-game win streak snap. They fall 10-8 to Charleston Sunday night at SRP. That's it for sports, and we'll be back after this, Sean.
All right, well, sounds good. A celebratory welcome for an Oregon man and his cat in Hawaii. We'll tell you about the journey next.
WJBF News
914-0978.
All right, and this is pretty cool. Nearly a month after going to sea, an Oregon man and his furry first mate got a hero's welcome at Waikiki. The Coast Guard escorted Oliver and his cat Phoenix into the harbor after a 25-day voyage from Oregon. So the guy was diagnosed with a rare condition that could lead to paralysis. He quit his corporate job to sail, and millions followed his journey online. Pretty cool.
All right, taking a look at the weather for tomorrow, it'll be 80 with that 40% chance of storms, cooling off on Tuesday, and will be raining for the majority of the week next week.
All right, sounds good. That's our report for now. Thank you for watching. You have a great night, and I love you, Mama.